I'm not going to cry on camera. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel where we talk about education, behavior, and boundaries. My name is Matt. I'm a veteran teacher, and today we're reacting to NF. A little backstory, I'm actually a pretty big NF fan, especially a few years ago. During COVID and all those things, I really got into NF. Loved his music, loved his style, loved his message. And so much so that I would introduce some of his music to my students, and they really liked it. Whenever Hope came out, I said, you know what? I want to get into reaction videos, and I want, whenever I do a reaction video on this, I want it to be the first time I'm reacting to it. I'm going to hold off listening to this entire record until I record a reaction video. And here we are, looking at the timestamp of his video, of his music video that he posted. This has been 2 years ago that he posted it, but hey, here we are, we're reacting, we're having a good time, so let's get into it. I like this hook already, man. It's like that almost like a Jailhouse Blues kind of vibe to it. I like it. And we're out on the ocean. Okay, I'm here for it. I'm so pumped, man. I love these effects. Tommy Prophet, his producer, he is an animal, absolute monster. Woo! Woo! First of all right. So backstory: I am a musician too. I play keys and guitar a little bit, but man, just that cut through of like the dun 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 dun. Anyway, tone deaf like crazy. But, oh man, I came in so clean. All right, so I was so focused on the music, I missed the words, so I'm going to go back a little bit. Ooh, come on. Promise and progress, but where's it at? All words, man. Okay. So I like he's on his singing stuff right here. And there's this other song he does, Let You Down. And he hasn't come right out and said it as far as I know, that it was kind of about his dad. And I'm wondering if this is about his dad or about whatever this family member is that just, I assume it's a family member, but I don't know. Let me know in the comments. What do y'all think? And is there an interview on this somewhere where he gives this information? Woo! Oh, definition of success. Just creating, man. Creating stuff, man. Put your stuff out there. There's so much happening. Y'all don't judge me. I'm going to turn on the captions just to make sure I'm not missing anything, because I feel like I'm missing some wordplay here. I'm missing a lot of stuff with NF, because NF, if I remember correctly, he's real big on wordplay, real big on painting these images, not only through his record, not only through the music, but also through his music videos, man. The cinematography of his music videos is insane. And those strings coming in, that's so good. But I like what he said about creating. Like, what's your definitions of success? Just create stuff. Do stuff that no one else can. When you looked up NF Hope reactions, you have seen my video appear amongst a million other reaction videos. But every reaction video, you're getting something different. You're getting different personalities. You're getting different life experiences. For me, you're getting a teacher's reaction, but there might be a doctor's reaction or a surgeon's reaction or a McDonald's worker's reaction. It doesn't matter. UPS worker's reaction. But those are things that people create that no one else can. There's not another you out there. The biggest thing I heard, especially during COVID, when people had all this free time, there's this meme going around that says, to all the guys and gals out there who are just bored, do not start a podcast. And looking back at that now, I actually let that affect me, affect my whole creative process and creating videos, creating podcasts and things like that. Because I had ideas just like you who are watching probably have ideas. But I was discouraged because people said, don't do it. We have enough out there. We have enough voices. We don't need yours. No, create stuff, man. If you have music, if you write music, put that stuff out there. If you have an idea for a video, put that stuff out there. I really like what he said right there. Like, create stuff no one else can. Like, start moving. Get stuff going out there. So it's really, really cool. All right, let's go. I'm going to go back a little bit. Ooh. Yeah. Yeah. That's crazy. Oh, something oh man, that's cool. Woo! What did he say? More profit because they'd rather do something that they really love and take the pay cut. That's wild, dude. That's wild, man. I was watching a video a couple weeks ago. Well, Ali Abdal, he posts like a lot of productivity stuff. I suggest go check out his channel. It's really, really good. But he talked about going from point A to point B. Like, we all have this point B we're trying to get to. We have this process we want to get there with. And he cited another author that mentioned, and they had studies to back this up, of course, but if you're not content at point A, you're not going to be content at point B. And of course, there's financial stressors that come into play. There are different life situations that, of course, money can help. Like for me, I have some student debt that I'd like to pay off. That'd be nice to do. I would like to max out my Roth IRA. I mean, we all have things that money would help that. But as far as being content, just being happy. Like, there's like this mix of like, I'm content, I'm happy where I am, and also this drive of, but I can do better. There's a next step for me to go to. I love what he says there, man, because he says you have this profit that comes in when you're willing to take the pay cut to do something that you love. Now, Ali Abdal will kind of, and I'm quoting him because I've been on his stuff the past couple weeks, but he would say, work your full-time job, make sure your family's fed, make sure your bills are paid, but then on the side, instead of watching Netflix, instead of seamlessly scrolling through YouTube channels and Instagram and Facebook and all those different things, why don't you start creating? And the pay cut isn't necessarily monetary, but it might be time. I'm going to take time away. I'm going to take that pay cut away from entertaining myself and consuming these things and go from consumption to creation. So, man, that they really do something you really love and take the pay cut. Do stuff you enjoy doing. It's really, really good. Okay. Woo! He is talking to so many people right now. He's talking to me. He's talking to you. He's talking to everybody who ever wanted to create anything, but all they hear is all the negatives of people who said, man, we got enough voices out here. Why do we need yours? We got enough people doing this stuff. Why do we need yours? I love that, man. You don't believe in yourself even, so why even try? He's speaking directly to this. Oh, that's so cool. Oh. Oh. What? Oh, man. So I'm hearing these words, man. I'm going to go back a little bit because I'm hearing him talk about this. Like, I was a lost soul at a crossroad who had no hope, but I changed that. Dude. And I love the ownership of I changed that. As a teacher, I work with students. This is their story right now. They're at a pivotal moment. I teach 5th and 6th grade right now this year. And, dude, such a pivotal moment. I could go into the data about your middle school years and how pivotal that is for you as a kid. Not just you as a kid, but as all of us. Those middle school years are pivotal. A lot of trauma can happen at that time. But I love what he says. I was a lost soul at a crossroad who had no hope, but I changed that. There needs to be a level of ownership that we as teachers and as educators, whether in the classroom or in the community, that we have to remind kids, it might not have been your fault, but now it's your responsibility to deal with those emotions. There was a family get-together, I remember my one family member offended another family member, and the other family member said, "You hurt my feelings." And the other family member said something along, and of course they're bantering, but your feelings aren't my problem. And the reality is that's pretty rough. Again, we need to have empathy and sympathy, and they're just bantering. But there is some truth to that, to say I can't control what this person did to me to make me feel this way, but I can demand evidence of my feelings and do the right things through all those things. Do the things that I need to do to change my options, or not really change my options, but change my perception of the options. To change my perception, and I think I don't have choices. To see I do have choices. They might not be the choices that I would want, but I do have choices. So really evaluating those choices, and as cheesy as it sounds, it is true. It is cliche, but it is true. I can either get bitter or get better. So what choices can I follow and get more bitter? And what choices can I follow and get better? Good thing to think about, man. Yeah. Yeah. And I guess there's so the way I'm looking at this, like I said, I'm a huge NF fan. Hope is the only album I haven't listened to yet. But looking at this, he has, the white outfit and the black, like light and dark kind of thing. And when I look at the dark, I think about his early stuff where he is kind of putting all his stuff out there. He talked about in one of his songs, like, I wear my garbage. And now he's kind of going into a more hopeful thing. So, I don't know, it was interesting to see that imagery of the dark side of himself, knocking himself back out of those cycles of thinking, like, I used to do this, and like, all right, man, we get it. So that was interesting to see. Oh, this is a throwback. Oh, that's so cool. Oh my gosh. I'm telling you. So yeah, The Dark Side was his early albums, bro. That's so cool, man. Okay. Woo, that was a good one too. And that lyric's insane. That lyric is probably one of my favorite lines in NF's music. Broken legs, but I chase perfection, dude. Ooh. That's so cool, man. That nostalgia hit like crazy. Oh, man. He's in his mansion, bro. Woo! Dude, all these callbacks. I love this, dude. So I haven't listened to any of NF's new stuff for, I guess, 2 years. Maybe even longer. But I've listened to all of his older stuff before Hope. So to go through this whole process of seeing the balloons come back into play, him painting the smile on his face come back into play, that's really cool, man. Oh, dude. All right, I gotta go. That's insane. That's true, man. You gotta have destruction before you have construction. That's I teach guitar on the side as well, but I tell my students I really want you guys to not learn all the bad habits I did. So in order to undo those bad habits, I had to unlearn them so that I could make way for the more positive habits and more beneficial habits. You see the parallels here. When we go into patterns of thinking, sometimes we have to destroy all the thinking, kind of have this whole breakdown, and then grow from that. And it's a place of humility, really. So, man. What is going on, dude? So it is his dad, bro. Okay. That's what I'm assuming. That's the wound that's there. Oh, man. And, dude, I got a daughter on the way. That line's hitting, dude. Oh, man, that's hitting. Woo! Woo! I'm not going to cry on camera. So as I'm watching this, I'm 30 and I'm thinking, I just started creating like consistently this year. And even there's so many times I get in my head, dude, I'm so behind. But in those times, and I want to talk to the other people in their late 20s or 30s, we're still young. And you feel like you're starting late, you feel like you're starting behind. But it's one thing to know you never wasted time. That's one thing I always have to kind of repeat over and over to myself. No time was wasted in those 20 years. I got teaching experience, so I have all this teaching experience under my belt. I taught with multiple people. I've been around so much wisdom and knowledge in my lifetime that I got to glean from. And but dude, 30 years of this, 30 years of that, it really has been 30 years of, for me, I second guess everything I do. Everything I do, it's like the second guess of like, really, man, you really saying that? You're really doing that? I will even go back to middle school years and think of how I said good morning to the girl I was crushing on that week. And like, man, I really did that. I really said good morning in that tone or in that inflection and all that stuff. That's a really silly example. But man, just 30 years of fill in the blank. And very little of it's positive, other than the people around me that have loved me through those 30 years. But as far as how I talk to myself, trash. Basura. Right. What? Hold up. Dude, that little jump scare moment, going back to the painted smile, the dark side, dude. And it was like a blend of the two. That was cool. Woo! Woo! That's insane, dude. Oh, that's so cool. Yo, I'm telling you, man, this there's some psychologists, I don't know if they're psychologists, but people that talk about like personalities and stuff, they talk about this inner critic, bro. That inner critic's going crazy all the time. For you 20-somethings, 30, I'm a millennial, but I'm sure Gen Z is in there. I think it's just every adult. We just have this inner critic that says, you're stupid, you can't do this, what are you doing with... Oh, man, and it's so cool to see that played out, man. Okay, NF, that's sick, dude. Okay. Woo! Dude, that was wild, man. That was wild, bro. That was wild. Oh, man. Yeah, man, so that was Hope. Definite. Dude, that was so cool, man. So I guess he's 32 now. But yeah, man, I'm sitting here at 30, a 30-year-old millennial. And all that stuff, dude, I resonate with. The inner critics, you shouldn't do this. You need to... Just this, my buddy, he and I were talking about the other day, analysis paralysis. You spend all this time studying, like when I was creating, like, all right, what's the right mic to get? All right, what program do I need to get on my computer? What's my screen recording looking like? In fact, I thought it was screen recording that whole time. It didn't record anything, so I'm gonna have to go back and edit that to where it lines up okay. But getting all the stuff right. And guys, I've been doing this. I've been talking about doing the reaction for 2 years, and here I am just now doing the reaction. But analysis paralysis, you spend so long analyzing everything. I gotta get the right thing, I gotta do the right thing, instead of just going out there and doing it. There was a study that came out where, oh man, I want to say James Clear talked about it in his book Atomic Habits, where the study had a class of photography students, and the professor told half the class, I want y'all to get one perfect picture. I want you guys to get one perfect picture of a thing, and that's your project. For the other ones, I just want you to get 1,000 pictures and then pick the best out of that 1,000. Would you know that the ones who took 1,000 pictures and they picked the best ones out of that 1,000 had a better picture than the ones who said get that one perfect picture? Because, and I'm sure there's multiple studies that show this, it's in the practice of the thing and the application of the thing is where education happens. And which is why it's okay to let kids experiment, it's okay to let them be creative, it's okay to let them take risks, and it's okay to get the wrong answer sometimes, and just keep on applying those things until you learn it. So, man, dude, hope, man, hope. I'm taking the reins. It's so good. Like, you hear that inner critic. That inner critic never left, which is crazy, dude. That's crazy acceptance. He's always there saying, you'll never be loved, you'll never be enough, you'll never do this. And he's like, you know what? I hear you. That's interesting, but I'm taking the reins. You can't control me because I have no evidence to really prove what you're saying. I mean, I'm sure there's stuff if I look for that, but I'm going to take the reins and make my own moves based off what I see in front of me, not what's going on in here. So excellent, excellent. Y'all, if you like this video, please click the like button and go ahead and subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any new uploads. And comment what music or what show, what you would like me to react to next. And we'll get you going. But until next time, thank you guys so very much. And we'll talk soon. Thank you guys again. God bless.